Hey guys, so Cece back with another video, and today's video, as you can see from the title, I'm super excited to do this video because of all of the controversy surrounding this baby right here. Yes, I got my hands on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. So I ordered this the day, like the second it was released, and I was so excited to get this palette. Once I saw the colors on Instagram and swatched all over the internet, I just knew that I had to have this palette. It's supposed to be like a little sister palette to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and you guys know I absolutely love that palette. I still use that palette to this day. So in this video, we are going to absolutely see what the tea is on this little baby right here. But before we get started, I just wanted to say hello. My name is Cece. Thank you so much for watching, clicking on this video. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Go ahead and subscribe and join the family. I would love to have you. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much for rejoining me on my channel. Everyone, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to follow me on all of my social media, my Instagram, my Snapchat, and also my Facebook fan page. But without further ado, let's get into it, y'all. Alright, so this video, of course, is on the brand new Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. It's supposed to be like a little sister to the Modern Renaissance palette that they came out with last year. So that is my jam. Like, I love that palette. So I definitely want to see if this palette lives up to what they say it should. So when you open it up, this is how it comes. It comes with actually a really good mirror, and then these are the shades that you get. You get 14 shades in this palette. Only 3 of them are shimmers. The rest are actually matte shades, which I love a palette that has more mattes than shimmers. This palette also comes with a double-ended brush. I believe it's the same brush that they included in the Modern Renaissance palette. This is actually a pretty okay brush in my opinion. Haven't even pulled it out yet, but it has a blending side and then more of a flat shader side. So going into the colors, as you can see, the color scheme is actually very different from the Modern Renaissance palette. Let me grab that palette. So since we keep referencing it, I figured I would grab it. So here is the Modern Renaissance. It is well loved and well used. And then this one is the Subculture palette. This one is like more deeper earth tone shades, and these are more like mauve reds and pinks. Like this reminds me of like a Valentine's Day palette, but this palette is just so different. I love the yellows and the greens and the jade and all of those different colors. Those are just absolutely beautiful to me. So as soon as I saw this all over the internet, I just knew that I had to have this in my possession. So I don't want to talk too much. Let's just go ahead and jump into the tutorial. Alright, so I wanted to get pretty close while we did this so you guys can see exactly what's going on with this palette, alright? So I'm only going to use this palette for this look, and I'm going to start with, I think I'm going to start by mixing these 2 shades, Roxy and Dawn, up here. So these 2 right there. Alright, so one of the issues with the palette is that people had an issue with the fallout. So I dipped my brush in there, and I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but as I'm dipping, product is just falling out. So I heard it's a very pigmented palette, but fallout I'm already seeing is an issue. Like I have fallout on my shirt right now. And then here's the brush. I lightly dipped the brush in there, and as you can see, there's a lot of product on there, and there's a lot of excess product. So if all of the colors are like this, you're literally going to be wasting a lot of product. Alright you guys, I just realized I totally forgot to prime my eyes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just prime one eye here, and then we'll see if there is a difference. And I'm just going to use the Lorac Cosmetics Behind the Scenes eyeshadow primer. and we're gonna see if we notice a difference. Alright, so let's put the same two colors on this eye. And yeah, the fallout is pretty insane. I mean, literally, I just dipped my brush. I'm literally just lightly tapping my brush, and that's what I'm getting. So fallout is pretty insane. So I'm not really having any issues with blending or anything. Everything's blending out pretty well. Well, those shades blended out pretty well. All right, so next I think I'm gonna go in with, Edge right here, and that is this yellow shade. And let's check the fallout here. I mean, it's there, like it's there. I'm gonna go slightly under where I put that last color. Look at that. It's not showing up the way I would have hoped. I mean, it's just not. Yeah, that's just really not showing up the way I would have hoped it was. I'm going to take that Sigma E40 and just kind of make sure everything's blended. Then I'm going to take that same brush that I put that yellow on, and I'm going to go with the other yellow. That is New Wave right there. It's like a golden yellow. Man, that's damn powdery. That is powdery. Alright, so next I've been dying to try this shade right here, All Star. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the eyes. I'm going to put that actually on the outer part of my lid. Yeah. And I'm going to use a flat shader brush to do that. Actually, that one didn't have as much fallout as the others. And I just kind of tapped it in there. It didn't have as much fallout, so. That is pigmented. Woo! Okay. Okay. So I tapped the shade on with that flat shader brush, and then I'm going to go on with this blending brush. This is a Zoeva 227. It's a soft definer brush, and I'm just going to blend it up into my crease and on the rest of the lid. I'm going to try to drag it towards the center. That was pigmented. I think I'm going to use this brush for doing this. This is just a clean blending brush that I'm going in to kind of soften this out, because can you guys see those harsh lines? This color is a little hard to blend out. Alright, it's not really blending out. I mean, it's not really blending out the way I'd like it to. Not sure. Alright, so I tried to blend it out so there are no harsh lines. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so it started blending, but I don't know if it's just that it doesn't like that yellow. Like, I don't know if the maroon color doesn't like that yellow, because I feel like it gets really, really dark, like where the maroon meets the yellow. Like, I just feel like it gets extra dark. And it's really weird. It just gets really dark there. Like, it doesn't look maroon anymore at all. So maybe they just don't mix well together. I don't know. We're gonna keep going. So I'm gonna take my MAC paint pot in Painterly, and I'm just gonna put it on my lid right here. So we can have a nice base. Trying to figure out which shimmery shade I want to take. If I want to take this Electric, which is such a pretty color, or if I want to take this Adorn up here. I feel like I almost want to take, I'm going to do Electric just because it's different for me. So I'm going to take this Urban Decay flat shader brush, and we're just going to dip it into Electric. Well, there's not as much fallout, but nothing's, let me see. Oh, okay. It didn't look like anything was getting on the brush, but there's a little bit of fallout. So it didn't look like anything was getting on the brush, but there's some color here. I feel like I expected it to be more electric, but there's some. Let's go ahead and blend out this harsh middle just to make sure the shades are blending into each other. I'm going to take some of my Fix Plus and put it on the brush. I'm going to dip it back into Electric. Let's see what it does for me here. Oh, that's a little better. Alright, so I tried to blend them together and some of that shade started to shift on the outer corner. So I'm going to go back in with that maroon color All Star, and I'm just going to tap it on my outer corner. Just to kind of catch that color again. So for my inner corner, I'm going to go in with the shade Cube right here, and that is just a shimmery, almost white shade. It's like an iridescent shade. It's hard to get color, I'll tell you that much. Now I'm just going to do my bottom lash line, and I'm going to take Roxy and Dawn. Again, the same two colors that we used on the top. I'm going to take those. You know what? I just used Dawn by itself on my brow bone. That's like the perfect brow bone shade, just FYI, for my skin tone. Perfect shade. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and line our eyes. I have my Inglot gel liner here. So I'm gonna line my eyes and then also pop on some lashes, and I will be right back. Completed the look. I can actually say I really like this look. It's something a little different for me, and I didn't have too many issues with this palette. So some of the issues that a lot of people were saying about the palette was that, one, it was very powdery and it had a lot of fallout. That is true. It was definitely very powdery, definitely had a lot of fallout. I give them that. But they were also saying that it was hard to blend. I ran into a few issues, but you guys know I put primer on this eye and no primer on this eye. I didn't have too many issues with either eye, and the issue that I actually had with the blending was actually on the eye with the primer. That was pretty ironic there. Other than that, I really didn't have any issues. The shadows blended pretty well, and then the shadows that were shimmery, I really didn't have any fallout with those whatsoever. So I used two of the shimmer shades, these two right here, and I really didn't have any fallout. The shades that I had the most fallout with were New Wave, which was this like mustard yellow, and then I also had some issues with fallout with Roxy right here, which was this shade, and then of course Dawn up here as well, and I used those as transition shades. Other than that, I really didn't have a fallout with the shades. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I used 7. I used 7 of the 14 shades, so I tried to use as many as possible for you guys. Came up with this look. I actually really like this palette, and I want to try more looks with it. So if you guys want to see more looks with this palette, then let me know. I feel like sometimes on YouTube, if some of the popular beauty gurus say that they don't like something or say that they really do like something, then everybody else kind of jumps on the bandwagon and makes that video for views. No shade, but I feel like that's what happens. I feel like if a few people say they don't like it, nobody likes it all of a sudden. If a few people say they love it, then all of a sudden everybody loves it and the product becomes an overhyped product. I personally did not find that many issues with this palette, no more than any other palette. It was a little more powdery than the other palettes, but that's really the only issue that I found. Other than that, I just thought it was a really beautiful palette. I think the colors are well put together. I cannot wait to play in this palette a little more to really get some more kind of experience with it and see what type of experience I get when I use the other shades. But today's look, I didn't have really too many issues with it, and I'm alright with it. So if you guys picked this palette up, let me know what you think. I would love to know what you thought about the palette. If you thought it was a waste of money or if you thought it was a good buy. For me, do you need it? No. But is it a nice palette to have with nice colors for the fall? I think yes. So I'm on board with it. So that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Also, do not forget to follow me on all of my social media platforms, my Instagram, my Snapchat, and also my Facebook fan page. That is the best way to keep up with me in between uploads. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.